Hey guys, I'm Maria Nager. Welcome to Florida Country Living. I've been a real estate agent for about 10 years now, and I've been doing videos all about real estate. However, I moved out to the country about 2 years ago, and this is a little slice of heaven. I absolutely love it here. The purpose of this video is for education on how to take care of animals, how to take care of land, for fun, because we do a lot of crazy things around here, like ride dirt bikes, chase chickens, and for real estate, so you can familiarize yourself if you decide maybe this is what you want, where you want to live. So, hope you're going to enjoy this video. Stay tuned. So you're thinking you want to move out to the country, have some land, maybe have some cows or horses, goats, chickens. Well, we've got just about all of the above with the exception of cows at the current time. So let's start with the land. This property here is 5 acres and it's fully fenced. It's all divvied up. We have water, electric for the horses, the goats and everything. And in this area, again, Brooksville, Florida, you're looking at about $100,000 an acre. And that's raw land. So you're still going to have to put in your infrastructure, your well, your septic, electric, you have to pay impact fees. So you really got to decide how much land do you want. Again, this is 5 acres. It's a lot to mow. And you got to have tractors, you got to have equipment. So that's something to think about. It's an additional expense. You also probably want a UTV because it's a pain in the neck to go all the way down that driveway and get your mail. On this property here, like I said, 5 acres, we got 2 pastures up front that are separated. And then we've got a pasture in the back. And we bought this property pretty much as you see it, with the exception of our shop. Our shop was something that we added, and we're actually going to do another addition, and I'm going to do a video about that one because there's a lot involved with building a shop, and a lot of people want to do that on their property as well. The reason why we moved out here is because we wanted the freedom. We were in an HOA with a CDD, and everybody had to keep their lawn cut nice. You couldn't park your car, obviously, on your grass, which who wants that? But you can't have an RV or a boat and things like that in your driveways. We're out here, you got the freedom to do what you want. It's awesome. A lot of like-minded people when you're out in the country. It's all about God, guns, and land. And I'll tell you, I'm very blessed. Very, very blessed by Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Because it wouldn't be, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have any of this. So I'm gonna take you quick inside the barn, right? Obviously we have a barn here, and we've got 2 stalls for our horses. And we actually have a 3rd stall for if and when we get a 3rd horse. And then of course we have a tack room here, which you're gonna need because you gotta keep all your supplies in there, your feed and everything. I'll just give you a quick old glance. It's a mess, but that's what a tack room looks like. And we'll go over some of the things in a later video about if you're gonna have a horse, what you're going to need. I'll go over that with you. The equipment here, as you see, you're going to need equipment, but not everybody needs a track loader and an excavator, but you will need like a John Deere tractor because there's a lot of work that needs to go on the property. So for example, let me just show you the tractors that we have to mow the lawn. So we have a John Deere Z950, which has a 72-inch cut. And then we've got the John Deere Z915, and that's got a 54-inch cut. So that's mine, this is my husband's. You definitely want the covers on them because it is hot as Africa when you're out there mowing the lawn. As you can see, I'm actually sweating right now. Let me just say this too. Living in the country, you ain't always gonna look pretty. Okay, you're not gonna see me in makeup, my hair all done. I'm probably gonna be no makeup, hair in a bun most of the time. Okay, but anyway, so you do need equipment to take care of the property, first and foremost. And you gotta have time. It takes about 2.5 hours to mow 5 acres for my husband basically by himself on the 72-inch mower. If I help, it cuts down to, probably 45 minutes to an hour, but I don't always have the time. I'm busy, I'm working. So anyway, again, you got a barn, you got equipment, and here again this is our buddy Spartan. He's looking for some treats right now, that's why he's hanging around. So let me just give him a little cookie. Right, Sparty? You want a cookie? We're gonna tell people all about you. So Spartan is a 16-year-old gelding, so he's castrated. He is a Tennessee Walker, and he's about 16 hands. I think he may be 16-1. So you measure horses by hands like this. You put your hands, and that's the height. You go from the ground up. So he's right under 16, I think. Gray in the background over there, he's a quarter horse thoroughbred mix. He's older. He's 24. He's kind of retired. He really is Spartan's buddy. But then again, Spartan's the head honcho, and he likes to bite him. So you will see that Gray is standing back there because he doesn't want to come near Spartan. But we're going to go out there and check them out. So let's go see the horses. All right, boys, come on, back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. Come on, back it up. Okay, so here's Sparty. You can see he's friendly. He likes the camera. And this is Gray over here, right? This is Gray. Hi, Gray. You want another treat? Huh? You want another cookie? There you go. So Gray's a little bigger. He weighs about maybe 1,100 pounds. And Spartan, of course, weighs just about 1,000. So these are our two boys. And let me take you over here, check out the girls. Okay, so these are our two girls, and they are two Nigerian dwarf goats. They are about, let's see, they were born in April of last year, so they're a little over a year old. They're both girls, and girls can have the horns, which you gotta watch because, oh my goodness, she will get you. Oh, and I got the wrong treats. These are not the treats for them. But these girls are friendly, and we got them when they were about 6 months old. This one's fat. She's really fat, and she looks pregnant, but she's not. And they're sisters. They're sisters. This is Paisley, and this is Clarice. And no, she's not Clarice from Silence of the Lambs. She was actually named Clarice after Rudolph's girlfriend because she was a little doe, and she was white. Oh, look, quick, get a picture of Gray's rolling around in the dirt, trying to get himself cool because it's hot out here. So he likes to lay in the sand. Lazy boy. Okay, so back to the goats real quick. You definitely want to have a nice round fenced in pen for them. We give them tubes and a big little wood spindle thing for them to jump and run and play on because they like to do that. And when we first got them, they were not friendly. They were very scared. They were never really handled when we first got them. So they've gotten used to us now, and they do silly, stupid things. You gonna run around and be silly? But you do have to have a nice area for them. We have their feed buckets here. We have a water trough for them here, so this is an automatic water feeder, so I don't have to fill it every time. They like some shade. They do like to eat trees. As you can tell, they've chopped off about every one of these barks by eating all this stuff. So they like grass, they like weeds. You want a piece? They like grass, they like weeds. Look, see? Oh, there she goes. You scared her. Right, Clarice? And you gotta keep their pen clean. So we just put down some new fresh straw hay. It's the cheap one, 12 bucks a bale. Their feed, they go through about a bag every 2 weeks. They eat calmback goat granola. It's tasty, they like it. It's about $24 a bag. And that's every 2 weeks. Right, Clarice? So this is our girls. We let them out, run around. They get silly and stupid. I'll probably do that for you later and you'll see how crazy they are. And then we just chase them back into their pen. They also have a little doll house, which is for them to lay in if it rains or if and when it's cold in the winter. But most of the time they'll go in the tubes if it rains. So they stay dry in there. Plus they're in the shade, which is nice. You don't want to leave them out in the blistering sun, especially here in Florida. I mean, it's hot. So that's our goats. Okay, so a little hairdo change because I'm dripping with sweat, as I said. But here's the next one, the chicken coop, right? So this is a cute little A-frame chicken coop. And get this, we were gonna build this. We bought it for 600 bucks. Cheaper than buying the lumber and the hours it would have taken us to do it. And I gotta grab my goat. My goats, look, see, this is what happens with goats. They get into everything, right? Get out of here. Give me that. That's not for you. These are for the horses. I'll get you your treats later. So getting back to the chicken coop. We got a little night light for them. Chickens are out all day. They're free range. They go in at night at about dusk or 6:37 right now in the summertime. Excuse me, sorry. Hello. Hello? Hi, back to me. So we have 3 chickens. They're Rhode Island Reds, and they go in at night. Okay, so here in the coop is where the chickens sit at night and sleep. They actually stand up and sleep. Is that crazy? And then you've got 3 nesting boxes, which is where they lay their eggs. Typically, we get 1 egg a day per chicken, so we get 3 eggs a day. Right now, we're a little on slow mode. They're not laying as many eggs. I think it's just due to the heat. But their feed, we give them the chicken feed. And a little secret, we add to that red pepper flakes, oregano, and garlic powder. We call it a little marinade that we like to make for our chickies. And then they get their water, and the water you have to make sure is fresh. We fill it like every other day. And you add about a cap full of the apple cider vinegar to it. Helps them produce their eggs more clean. So this is the chicken coop. Like I said, we bought this instead of building it. $600, we bought it at the local tractor supply store. Onward to the chickens. Was crushed red pepper. This is some garlic powder. And some oregano, red pepper, and garlic. And then in here, it makes it all look good. I'm feeding the chickens. Okay, so here's some vinegar. This is what we're going to put in. Full of vinegar. And you fill it with water. Here's a fresh egg, just laid. Okay, so I'm trying to find the chickens, but as usual, they're hiding under the trailer. And they are in the shade, in the dirt, just trying to be comfortable. Not sure if you can see them under there, but they're there. 3 chickens. Let me just tell you real quick about the back pasture here and the grass. So this grass is called Argentine Bahia, which is one of the better grasses that you can feed your animals. And we don't have to water it, okay? So it goes dormant in the wintertime, comes back in the summer, and it grows. And as long as we're getting rain, it'll grow. Pasture maintenance is another thing I'm gonna have to tell you about. We use a harrow, which we hook up to the back of our UTV, and we drive it up and down the pasture, and it drags out and crumbles the horse poop. We do not compost our poop. It's a lot of work to do that. So I'd rather use that as a natural fertilizer and just spread it around the property. Over here you can see we have a round pen. This happens to be a pre-fert round pen. These are gonna cost you anywhere from $2,500 to $4,000 depending on the size you get. This is about a 50 foot, 60 foot is nice, a little bigger, but I'd say 40 is the minimum, and this here is 50. So we like to work our horses in the round pen, give them some exercise, and get them going. All right, Spartan, you wanna come back over, say hello? Okay. So that about shows you the property in general. As I said, fenced, electric wiring. We also have to fertilize. Every year, once a year, we fertilize all this property. It costs about $875 to fertilize. Here's another shot of the barn. You can see it's a little bit of a mess. You know, when you do construction, run a construction company, have animals, there's a lot of things that you need and that you use. And for the moment, I think that's a good intro video just to tell you a little bit about the land, what it takes to operate this property, take care of this property. We're gonna get into the animals in another video. Hope you enjoyed this. Thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you have questions. I'd be happy to answer them, whether it's about property, real estate, or the animals. And that's all I got for now. So y'all come back now, you hear?